ladies and gentlemen, I am back, and it's time for that time of year again. It's time for SummerSlam. But this year, this isn't going to be any ordinary SummerSlam. Nope. Just like at WrestleMania, this SummerSlam is going to be happening not just one, but 2 nights. Yes. Just like in WrestleMania, it is a 2-night event. In my opinion, okay, this makes sense. I mean, SummerSlam is a major pay-per-view. And it makes sense to have it in 2 nights because there was usually like 10 to like 12 matches at SummerSlam. So yeah, I think this actually makes sense. Same thing with WrestleMania. It makes sense because WrestleMania also has a lot of matches, which is usually 10 to 12 matches. But to be honest, I wish they can do this with another pay-per-view, in my opinion, for Royal Rumble. It will make sense to have one Royal Rumble event happening for only women's, and the other Royal Rumble event happening on men's. That's actually not a bad idea. Let me know in the comments if you support that idea to have the Royal Rumble being 2 nights. I don't think it's going to be a possibility, but if it is, that would be amazing. Anyways, let's continue. SummerSlam, 2-night event. It starts on Peacock on my 10-year kidney anniversary, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, 10 years of having it kidney, and this year, the main event's gonna be awesome, because you wanna know why? CM Punk has won a gauntlet match to become #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Awesome. I'm so excited, can't wait. I'll be talking about that match next video, because just like in my WrestleMania videos, one part's going to be for the women's, the other part's going to be for the men's. So let's begin, please. Let's begin with our Tag Team Championship match for the women's division, which is going to be Charlotte versus Mrs. Bliss, because if I say her full name, my device will activate, versus the Judgment Day All-in-All, which is Roxanne and Rodriguez. Sorry about that. Actually, Team Double R doesn't sound like a really bad name for a tag team. I'm surprised that hasn't been the name for Raquel and Roxanne, because their names both start with the letter R. But anyways, I'm pretty sure that Roxanne and Raquel are going to retain the Tag Team Championships, because I don't see Mrs. Bliss or Charlotte winning this match. Even though that Charlotte's been getting more pop recently on SmackDown, like most people are cheering for her, and plus Alexa's popular. In my opinion, I'm predicting that Alexa's going to betray Charlotte, because there have been rumors saying that she might join the Right Six. And to be honest, there might be a possibility if during night 1 or night 2, someone's going to attack Charlotte. If that's the case, then that would mean that Nikki Cross will attack Charlotte than Mrs. Bliss, because it wouldn't make any sense if Mrs. Bliss attacked Charlotte. Anyways, if that's the case, then it will make sense if that happens, because I'm pretty sure they want to set up a feud with Mrs. Bliss and Charlotte. So, yeah, I'm waiting for Roxanne and Raquel Gonzalez to win this match. I can't speak today, I'm so sorry. Moving on to our next match. That's what I was going to say. Sorry. Anyways, moving on to our next match. Becky Lynch versus Lila. Easy. Becky Lynch is going to win. I don't see Lila Valkyria winning the Women's Intercontinental Championship anytime soon. Because ever since that Becky Lynch has won that championship in Night of Champions, that title belt has been getting more acknowledgement than the Women's World Heavyweight Championship, which is kind of sad in my opinion. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to be talking about that match next, but I'm pretty sure that if they would have done something with the women's championship, World Heavyweight Championship, then pretty sure that they might give it more acknowledgement with both that title and the Intercontinental Championship. I heard rumors saying that Becky Lynch is going to unify the Intercontinental and Women's Championship, which, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. It might. They might be hinting at it on an episode of Monday Night Raw yesterday, but I don't think that's going to be a possibility anytime soon. They might draft Becky Lynch after SummerSlam if that's a possibility, because I don't think Tiffany's been... Oh yeah, Tiffany has been doing a good job as women's champion lately. But I don't think they've been doing a good job with the United States Championship of the women's division. Because like I said, the Intercontinental Championship is getting more acknowledgement than the World Heavyweight Championship, because Becky Lynch is champion. Pretty sure when she decides to drop the belt, then the United States Championship belt will get more acknowledgement. If they do draft her with the title belt, then that would mean that the Women's United States Championship would have to go to Monday Night Raw. Actually, speaking of which, since I'm talking about the draft might be happening after SummerSlam. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I have no idea. They haven't announced anything for it, but if it does, then you might expect me doing a 2-part video of my predictions for the draft for WWE Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. Sorry, I was about to say Monday Night Raw. Sorry about that. Anyways, I sometimes stutter on my sentences. Okay, anyways, Becky Lynch is going to retain the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Now it's time for a Women's World Heavyweight Championship, which is a triple threat, which is basically back with Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley versus our new Women's Champion for the World Heavyweight Championship, Naomi. Wait, Naomi's World Champion? Yes, she is. Well, it happened back in not Saturday night's main event, sorry. Evolution. Rhea Ripley was having a match with Io Sky. And at the very end of this match, Naomi has cashed in her Money in the Bank contract. She has defeated Io Sky and Rhea Ripley because they were both knocked out in the match. So she pinned one of them, and if I had to guess, it's probably like Rhea Ripley or Io Sky. I think it was Io Sky. And then she became the new Women's World Heavyweight Championship. And then one day later, she is now drafted to Monday Night Raw. Who do I think is going to win this match? Easy. It's probably going to be Naomi to retain, because I don't see Rhea Ripley or Io Sky winning that championship anytime soon. There might be a possibility of Rhea Ripley winning that title belt. Probably later on, either this year or next year. Might be a possibility. I just don't see Io Sky winning that title belt anymore, because she wasn't being acknowledged that often ever since Becky Lynch won the Intercontinental Championship. Most of her promos were basically backstage. And yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to put the title belt back on Io Sky. Rhea Ripley, there might be a possibility of her going after the championship later on, either this year or next year. I don't see her winning the Royal Rumble next year, so it might be somewhere in the near future. If I have to guess, probably either Survivor Series or Ruthless Aggression. Yes, I'm calling it right now. The final pay-per-view of 2025 is going to be a house show, which is Saturday night's main event, but they might change it to Ruthless Aggression because John Cena might be leaving. Anyways, Yeah, Naomi's going to retain. Doesn't make any sense if you take away the title from her. Yeah, I'm predicting that Naomi's going to retain. Alright, and it's time for our main event of the women's division. Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton for the women's championship. So how do we get here? Well, back in Night of Champions, both Asuka and Jade Cargill have made it to the finals of Money in the Bank. Not Money in the Bank, sorry. Night of Champions. I'm so sorry, guys. Anyways, Jade Cargill has pinned Asuka, and she has won the Women's Queen of the Ring. So she's been battling Naomi on SmackDown, and now she's waiting for her opportunity to fight in SummerSlam, because I don't think we have seen her in a while. We haven't seen her since, I want to say, a few weeks ago, I think? Actually, to be honest, why wasn't she there on SmackDown in San Antonio? I don't know, maybe she was just taking a day off. I have no idea. Anyways, Jade Cargill's going to win. To be honest, I do see Jade Cargill winning this match. I think it's about time to take the title belt away from Tiffany, because I think Tiffany is a okay champion. She's not really one of my favorites, but she has been doing really well with the title belt being champion. She's been defending it in some pay-per-views like WrestleMania and Night of Champions and I want to say Evolution. Well, her last match was against Trish Stratus, but to be honest, yeah, it's about time to take the title belt away from her. Give it to Jade Cargill, because Jade Cargill has been fighting, which is Naomi. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't swell. I don't say any bad words in this channel. Naomi. I'm sorry. Sometimes I stutter on my sentences. Anyways, let's see what else. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's about time for Jade Cargill to win the title belt, because, like I said, it's time to take the belt away from Tiffany. And plus, the last time that we seen Jade Cargill win a title belt was back in AEW. I believe she won the TBS championship. I may be wrong about that, but I think it's time to give Jade a singles push. To be honest, it kind of makes sense to give her the title belt right now, because she's been in a rivalry with Naomi, and she's been teaming up with Bianca. If that's the case, then probably Bianca might roll over Tiffany. She might surprise us by turning heel and beating up Jade, but I'm pretty sure it's too soon for Bianca to turn heel. So, yeah, I'm predicting that Jade Cargill is going to win the Women's Championship of WWE. Anyways, alright, those have been my predictions for SummerSlam, the first double two-night event of SummerSlam. Next time I'm going to be doing the men's division, so please stay tuned for that. And I'm also going to be predicting something else in this channel. I'll give you a hint. It's a series that I haven't done in a while, but I did say that I wasn't going to do it anymore, because I chose not to. If you don't get what I'm talking about, next time after SummerSlam predictions video, I'm going to be doing my predictions for the live-action My Little Pony movie. Yes, they did announce that Amazon and Hasbro are going to be making it, but I'm going to be predicting who's the cast going to be, what the story's going to be, and the characters that we're going to see. So I know I'm aware that it hasn't came out yet, and a lot of people are making predictions videos on it right now, and I'm here to drop my name into the hat. Anyways, yeah. Please join me next time. Like I said, next time I'm going to be talking about the men's division, because we have a lot of matches to cover in the men's division of SummerSlam. Right now, we only have a lot of title matches. I'm pretty sure some of those title matches are going to be on Raw and SmackDown. If I have to guess, probably the Men's World Tag Team Championship for Monday Night Raw and the Tag Team Championships of SmackDown. But I'm still going to predict them. Anyways, always be a champion. Have an amazing day today. Oh, and I have good news. I went to SmackDown last Friday. Anyways, I'll be talking about that later on this week. Or maybe next week. I don't know. Anyways, always be a champion. I'm out.